I'm Jack. Allow me to weave a web. This morning I woke up from the most intense dream I've ever had in my life. I woke up and started writing this poem, which I've refined down. It's about what I remembered and about my life and thoughts. I'd like you to hear it, but I think the key to hearing it is to tune out my voice and just watch. I woke up right where I fell asleep, but underwater, fully clothed, frozen, cracked, unpapered blotter, poetic, half-rhymed prose. Who is this me I call Jack, and what do I want? The second question is being rehearsed to go up, but the first, well, I suppose I'm characterized by ambivalence, and a fear of absolvement, really. Jack and the Beanstalk is what it felt like. A myth had finally come along for me, stalking these Atlantean stairs to or from Theta in the sea. An emblematic climb, weight-supporting symbol, subconscious plumage of my recent time, sewn together without a thimble. It was mostly dark, and the stairs led upwards in this dream, but I felt like I was going out to sea. And in the light of day, Huxley plus locks and windows. Open onto Livonia Bay. And I'm done standing on the whale while I'm fishing for minnows. Moon, spider, vampire, imagery, yeah. I've been waiting for someone else to punch my ticket, while I stand in line brooding, hoping the brood yields a hatch. But then, Jill appeared, unsurprisingly, in the best sense of that word. Someone told me deja vu is just memory. Upwards, unbroken, together we both know exactly where we are going, but don't. Anima instinct. Well, this time anyway, Jack and Jill went up the hill, to pale in the light of water. What do you think of when I say not to fake it? This is how I spell acid. Basic. I sleep near the ground, with its crescendoing hertz, so everything is under my bed. Anyway, I'll die young, half a century, half machine. I'm a puerternus, I'm a rambler, number 6 plus 14. On my way up, things start to click, in my heels and my soles. On my way up, things start to click, in my heels and in my soles. The best poetry, light, and music seem to be built on the poles. Not one, tundras, or sinkholes. Dusk, value evening. Death is at my shoulder, but it feels like she's leaving. Having whispered she'll have me when I'm a bit older. I say good, but preferably when it's raining. Jill tells me to stop romanticizing, or told me, or didn't, or would. She'd come and go, a dream. Ascending, bring on the head of hot empty air. Ascending, ascending, religion is old software. Ascending, just another echoing vestige. Ascending, ascending, a golden spiral might give you the wrong message. Upending, but alas, this dream didn't have the budget for an Escher effect. The flakes of this story, dull from overthought, crack and bend like iron over wrought. This is outsider art. We are not generous. And there's a little black dog with a white spot on his throat, who barks to me what future codons wrote. Death still remains, and it's getting late. Salt won't help. Surely we're past the Golden Gate. This year my garden bore fruit and fruit abound. From our old fruit trees, I still sleep near the ground. We are LA water, precious LA water. We are LA water and the Matador sun. I imagine he knows in our concrete bones, you are like mine and I am like yours. Heat, cold, critters of silence. And you can seldom rhyme with the LA night sky, mist abuzz with orange. Money doesn't grow on trees. Well, no felling us if swaying. My recycled discoveries are barking and braying. They say take your work seriously, not yourself. Dark Neptunus, Equester, I'll take both and something else. You think I'm full of shit? Will this all end in paper puff? I've sure collected plenty of string, wax paper, and other fancy stuff. But when I say goodbye to my magic dragon, I will still live by the sea. What more illusions can I scrape stucco in front of me, like Santa Barbara's Spanish building code, where, 30 miles north, I swear the windmills started the fight. 3 of them, no joke. And no blood was spilt, but our ground bleeds red. I had a dog named Sage who died in pain, but wasn't bitter. Greater than the landlocked Swiss, for that I won't wither, during only 2 movements of Vivaldi in the city with no weather. But that Griffith day lives in me like the animo. But that Griffith day lives in me like the animal it should be the name of. And since But that Griffith day lives in me like the animal it should be the name of. And since this is all I ever really gave, analogies of analogies for my time spent backstage. Just like Aesop's fables, I'm not trying to trick you, I'm just trying to help. But none shall pass, and it's mostly unfruitful to reach back. But Jill is melted butter, drawn, only the purest cliché. And even though it's the dawn, I don't take that way. She's a ball of musical yarn, whom I paw in many mixed majors and minors. I've got a tugboat out at sea, and if I stop listening beneath the waves, in time her tune will change, and I will struggle to play in key. Here, it's like we all know we're on the precipice of the continent, but many still fall up to cheer. Fiercely pointed noses trying to sniff out the vanished frontier. But my vine will stay rooted in this land, looking down on a slightly north-facing hill, and if picked with care will usually yield early-season reds. Jill is the vine across from me on this hill, and I'm very thankful. We get just enough water to stay richly tasteful. Picked, we end up sharing many a wine bottle, dwindling cylindrical embraces on dining tables. Leaving is learning, say the clocks of the hand, and we carry our own crossroads from gravel vineyard neverland. A canary survives in every pixel of my binary speaker-printed voice. Blue, monoxide, I didn't seem to have a choice. This carbon planet doesn't like one-sided arguments. Two must wait for what the swinging pendulum brings, and diamonds risk cinched leather straps instead of rings. Summer of no pride, I nearly skipped the fall, but confrontation is what I'm here for after all. I find myself in my own basement. How nice, a Mobus trip. This all looks familiar, and I smell a fatal trick. I offer myself a glass of my own water, deceivingly clear gobstopper. I'm a jack of all trades, but thank God for Jill. She knew the well game and went in for the kill. Memo bis punitor delicatum. Rules must be broken with an indignant passion. Bovard atrium, death was scary bliss. Disasters, star-authored. There isn't any diss. An old Franklin lock. Open kite strings coiffured. Will leave everyone in shock, and it's rarely what I offered. I'm a bundle of all I do and do not understand. And the drawstrings are made from the wool of a lamb. No, the drawstrings are snakes. Caduceus-tongued backhand. The drawstrings are the inlets of our lake. Make me a drink of grain alcohol and some of this rainwater. Part of this mandrake is still afraid of the dark. And it might appear shiny, but there really is no silver spoon. We often mistake bubbles for love and true happiness, which are really just kelp and bamboo. I'm busy building my sail as I ship it. Through the volcano with my uncle in a Swede. Animated planes through the blowhole with my cricket. I knew the shiny paddle couldn't bury me. And this shouldn't be news. Unsupervised shadows are cast. Don't just put the division bell on snooze. When will my own be attached? Per usual, figuring it out on the way down, Jack tripped, fell, and broke his calcium crown. Listingly, checkmarked, a little down to go up. And without too bad of a fight, Jack spent his last moments intellectualizing, thinking your shadow isn't so heavy when you know it's not light. And then he died. Jill. She disappeared, but I knew she was there. We had shared half the night. In this storybook painting, I got to her house, shadow fairly aflight. You'd think it was raining. And she turned off the light.